Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. From Hubballi Love Jihad to the Hassan sex scandal, the Karnataka electoral politics is rife with sensational, outrageous and downright controversial developments. There was the Hubballi alleged love jihad case where a Congress corporator's daughter was stabbed to death in an alleged love jihad case. And now there is a sordid sex scandal involving none other than the son of a JDS Supremo HD Deve Gowda. It couldn't get more dramatic and eyeball-grabbing than this. Let's start off our discussion on the most talked about development that has taken place today in Karnataka. The Karnataka sex scandal that has all the ingredients of an electoral pot broiler. An alleged obscene video of Hassan JDS Member of Parliament Prajwal Revanna has now surfaced. The video clips have gone viral. They depict two women being sexually assaulted by Prajwal Revanna. On the telecast with me, let's quickly get in the BJP spokesperson. Let's also quickly get in the JDS spokesperson. Okay, before I go to the JDS spokesperson, let me get Syed Asad Abbas. Syed, a situation such as this, the fact that all these developments, all these scandals, all these murders that are taking place right before the elections, do you see something malicious over here?
Absolutely not. The fact of the matter is that, JDS is an ally of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And the fact is, I as a Kannadiga really asked the question to the JDS or even the BJP. These two parties are in alliance and you've given a ticket to somebody with serious criminal cases against women, sexual assault. Is this your Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao? I think the Janata Dal secular needs to be a lot more responsible and not only follow the nepotistic line of giving your family, your Appa Maga a ticket. The fact this is a very, very serious issue. This is absolutely unfair. Thousands of videos have been found. The fact is, why hasn't Nirmala Sitharaman ji not tweeted about it? Neither Smriti Irani ji or any of the leaders of the BJP who are at the forefront. Are they also going to be quiet like in the case of Bilkis Banu? This is absolutely unfair, Megha ji. This is truly heartbreaking to me as a Kannadiga, being a Manina Maga all my life. This is absolutely not okay.
Fair enough. Savio Rodriguez, would you like to respond to this? The fact that on one end, the BJP and the JDS rake up the matter of the murder that has taken place of this girl of a Congress corporator, allegedly calling it love jihad. And on the other end, there is a sex scandal. There is a sitting member of parliament from the JDS and the allegations being made by the Congress that this is a case of nepotism. And why are questions not being raised over the alleged obscene video of women being harassed, sexually harassed by this member of parliament?
Megha, let me reply in the same words that the JDS leader, GT Deve Gowda, said to media and which was reported in media today and some bits of it yesterday. So what he has said, and it's what I believe as well, that he's welcomed the formation of an SIT, and he says, whoever commits a crime, it's a crime. They will face punishment if it's true, be it my son or anyone else. Now, let me tell you, as a BJP leader, my views and the views of the party as far as crimes against women are concerned are extremely firm and extremely focused on the fact that if there's a crime committed, then the crime has to be investigated. The person concerned with the crime has to face the law in the manner in which the law progresses. And that's exactly what it is. Because for us, and for me individually, I think the crime of what has come out in the open right now needs to be thoroughly investigated. It is, of course, heinous in its nature. And therefore, if the grandson of Deve Gowda is involved in any criminality that has been alleged and that has been out in the viral video, then the SIT formation needs to take the case to the logical conclusion. And if he is guilty, he needs to be thrown behind bars.
Is he also going to be asked to be stepped down from his member of parliament position? Is the JDS and BJP now coming together with an action plan? Have there been discussions on the in the drawing room with regards to who is likely to be a substitute to the Hassan Member of Parliament in the upcoming Lok Sabha election on 7th of May?
Megha, I am not privy to any of that information because I'm not a part of the spokesperson team in Karnataka or a part of the office bearer team in Karnataka. But what I do know is that if the allegations are serious, then the BJP as well as the JDS will have to take a decision that stands to the principles of what they stand for as far as Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao is concerned. So we have to look at it through the lens of the truth behind what has come out. And I'm sure that the leaders in Karnataka and at the center are aware of that situation, and they will take the most appropriate action and decision in this regard.
But would you wait? Is the BJP leadership and the JDS leadership going to wait until the time the crime is proved, or as a moral responsibility on moral grounds demand that Prajwal step down from his MP position?
Well, I think
what should be the right thing to do?
Well, the right thing to do at this point of time is to do their own investigations that are there, to wait for the SIT probe, but on a point of moral responsibility. I believe there is a discussion going on at this point of time, which I am not privy to. Therefore, I cannot tell you whether what decision they're going to take or what is the next step. But what I can tell you is that exactly what Deve Gowda himself has said. If a crime is committed, a crime is a crime. And whether it is his son or anyone else, the crime has to be investigated and justice must be delivered.
But the man is fled. He is reportedly in Germany right now. Okay, Lavanya Bilal, what's your opinion? How do you at this point of time view the situation? Of course, an SIT has been formed. The probe is now undergoing. What should be the stringent action taken if the crime is proved to be true? Lavanya, there is an audio connection problem. I'd request you to sit closer to your router so that we can hear you and see you properly. Mithun, Vijesh Kumar also on the telecast with me. Mithun, again, this is an issue. Do you think this is something as has been claimed by Mr. Revanna himself, that the videos are quote-unquote doctored? And is this once again a political one-upmanship, electoral politics being played in Karnataka ahead of the phase 2 polls that are going to take place over there?
Investigation must reveal all that, Megha. And as of now, I believe no individual, howsoever powerful, is above the law. And I welcome the decision of Karnataka government to order an SIT probe monitored by the State Women's Commission. And I also appreciate the fact that JDS too has demanded a thorough investigation into this. So at this point, let us allow the investigation to proceed unhindered without prejudice or political interference. And people like us have full faith in our investigation agencies and judicial system to examine the facts thoroughly and deliver justice. And like you said, at the same time, we should not ignore any attempts of, morphing and editing videos to defame political opponents and influence voters, which is actually an allegation by the accused in this case. So such malpractices, if proven, are a threat to our democratic traditions and electoral integrity. And in this age of AI, many such cases have come up. So the investigation, I believe, will look into all these aspects as well. And I heard one of the panelists, Mr. Syed Abbas, he was speaking as if he has examined the video and established that the video is original, and he knows this is the original video. If there is any such information that he's having, he should hand it over to the investigation team at this point, because he's speaking with so much of conviction that this video actually is like the original video. So let the investigation team do their job, and we should not be jumping into conclusion or take a biased approach at this point.
Okay. Syed, you want to make a point? Now, how should the matter be tackled here on? An SIT has already been constituted. They are probing the entire incident. It is necessary that Revanna come back from Germany. If this is what has been reported, that he is right now fled to Germany. The fact that he has done so also becomes incriminating and against him.
Yes.
And it it looks bad on him that, the man has been accused of a sex scandal. A video is at this point of time floating with those women who are alleging that they were sexually harassed, and the man has fled. This definitely does not go in favor of him.
Megha, the gentleman who spoke before me normally supports the BJP, and it is the same party which took such a long time for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the same person who is heading the Wrestling Federation of India, to take an action. And the same thing was said, that these are opposition's tactics. So therefore, be it any party,
Is it
BJP
proven
or
in the court?
Congress, they must allow me to finish, sir.
No, has
I did not
any court
speak-
said that Brij
I did
Bhushan
not
Singh
speak
is-
when you spoke. Allow me to finish. Thank you. The fact of the matter, it is the same party which needs to understand that you cannot give tickets to those who have serious cases against women, be it BJP, Congress, or any party. It is your party which has spoken of Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, and you go out giving tickets to those netas who have serious crimes against women. What kind of duplicity and hypocrisy is this? This is going out to all the respective political parties. Also, as a matter of fact, the Bharatiya Janata Party, who are now these so-called spokesperson who are saying AI, deepfake. Are you even aware? Are you in Karnataka? There are hundreds and thousands of videos which are doing the rounds. Sexual assault is a charge. Rape is a charge.
But
First,
should
no
we
on
also
ground,
not
they're
wait
just
for the
merely saying,
investigation?
oh, it could be more.
Should we also
it
not
could
jump
go.
to
So you need
conclusions
to
and
understand the
wait
ground reality.
for the investigation, wait for the probe to conclude, and then point fingers at individuals, the likes of
Then,
Revanna.
okay,
Also
then,
the point,
Megha,
I
Megha,
also
let's wait.
am
Then why are you doing a
speculative at
story
this
on
point
this?
of time.
Let's
I
wait.
have to raise
Let's
the
wait for
point
the
that this is
investigation.
election season.
Let's not debate or discuss
so
about
we end
it,
up so
in that
political
logic.
parties, political leaders end up stooping to low levels. So there has to be clarity over here whether this video was doctored or is it actually some wrongdoing
Then let's
done
wait
by this man.
till it is found. Let's not do debate or discussion. Let's wait till the investigation report comes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So why are we having this debate then?
Lavanya, I'm having this discussion because at one end there was just 4 days ago the Hubballi alleged love jihad crisis that came onto the fore. There was a political slugfest that happened on it as well. BJP and the JDS were attacking the Congress, where Congress was defending itself. The Congress corporator, in fact, came out and said that the Congress leadership led by Siddaramaiah is not doing anything about the matter. And like I said, the love jihad angle came into being. It is accused that a love jihad angle came into being. It is alleged that it was love jihad. There is no proof whatsoever. Now, something similar in terms of a political slugfest, political brickbats being exchanged between political parties. And like I said again, the election season, that is, the all-encompassing reason that could also be possible for exchanging these attacks on each other. And that's why I become speculative, and that's why I'm picking up this subject as well. Lavanya, can you hear us now?
Yeah, Megha, thank you so much for having me on board with this debate. There are 4 simple points I'll make. The speaker before me, Abbas, made very valid points, okay? Now the question is, Mr. Kumaraswamy, the uncle of the alleged MP candidate, a few days ago said, the women of Karnataka have been led astray because they have accepted the social welfare scheme wherein they get 2,000 rupees. The question now arises, sir, what do you say about your own family members? It's very easy to point fingers at poor women, right? 2, the BJP, which already has this Brij Bhushan thing with them, the party which talks about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, right now gives the ticket to a guy who has allegedly raped women also. Among all the videos that are floating around in Karnataka, thousands of them, right? There are 2 clear-cut videos. That's what is being told by the Women's Commission, where the women were not willing. So that points the fingers towards rape. And if he was not guilty of anything, why did he have to fly to Frankfurt today? His uncle is least bothered. His statement was, hey, the government which has formed the SIT will bring him back. He's not concerned at all. While the BJP is defending its leaders, the BJP Karnataka today has washed its hands of the incident. It has put hundreds and hundreds of women's lives at risk. the women who work with JDS party, the women who work with the HD Deve Gowda family, different, companies or in their house. Everybody's life is at risk. We are talking about women who might get humiliated, who might get troubled at home. Lot of
need, irrespective of whichever party Megha, we do not need men who ill-treat women as policymakers.
Okay. Savio, again the question to you. Can so much power and responsibility be given to an individual such as Prajwal Revanna, whose sex videos are being circulated across the country? Now, again the question, would it not be right as moral responsibility that he steps down? The fact that he has fled to Germany, Savio, the question is for you. The fact that he has fled to Germany, it does not bode well for him. It does not work for his case. It does not work in his favor. Does this also not then be equated to him being party to the act and therefore he has ended up fleeing?
Megha, you're raising a very valid question.
I think the question for
if
me,
this
Lavanya.
man-
Yes. The question is
me,
for you, Savio. The
Sorry,
fact that the
sorry.
man, if he did not commit the crime, what was the reason for him to flee?
Well, Megha, in the area of speculations and arriving at conclusions, yes, we can arrive at that thought that maybe he is afraid of something and maybe that's why he's escaping, or maybe the truth is he's gone to Germany on some work. We don't know that, which is exactly what I'm saying.
Isn't it too much of a coincidence that the man has
No, we don't deal with coincidences.
gone
I'm
to
sorry,
Germany
Megha. I don't
on
deal
a
with
day where the
coincidences. I
video
only
of
deal with
his
facts, Megha.
sex scandal has been released and an SIT
Agreed.
probe has been...
Agreed. We
Megha.
can always look at it as coincidence, just like the coincidence was David Abhishek Manu Singhvi in the courtroom. Right? We are
Megha.
aware of coincidences. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, it was coincidental that lady judge was in that room. Right? So we can deal with coincidences. The point I'm trying to make is that you can speculate, but the government of Karnataka has introduced or rather put in an SIT to investigate the case at this moment. And
Megha.
his grandfather, Mr. Deve Gowda, has very clearly stated as leader of the JDS that a crime is a crime and a crime needs to be investigated. And whether it is a son or anyone else, the law has to take its course. So I think rather than us jumping to speculation, yes, the allegations of the crime are serious. And any crime against a woman must be investigated and the criminal must be thrown in jail.
Okay.
But right now,
Okay.
an SIT has been formed.
But shouldn't
It's
there be
up
a
to the
same
SIT
demand?
to
Shouldn't
get
there be
marked
a
down
same
to
demand
investigating
made by
it.
the
And if he's
BJP
guilty,
and the
arrest him
JDS
and throw him
that
in jail.
there should be more stringent probe that needs to be made? Why shouldn't the CBI take over the case, as was the demand that was justly made by the BJP, justly made by the JDS, that Hubballi murder case, the stabbing of the woman, that case also be taken over by the CBI.
Megha,
Why not similar
Megha,
demands?
it is up
Why
to
not
the,
similar
Megha, if I
demands
may-
being made by the opposition right now?
to give it to the CBI, Megha. It is up to the state. I'm sure the BJP and JDS at some point of time in their discussion will demand for a CBI probe.
Okay.
But right now, it is
Megha?
an SIT has
I'll come
been
to you,
formed.
ma'am.
So let the Karnataka police do its job, right?
Okay.
I'm sure the Karnataka police is very effective.
Okay.
Let them
so,
do their
so
job.
are you saying the Karnataka police is effective in probing this sex scandal, the tapes that have come out, versus its inability to
Well,
probe the case properly in the Hubballi murder?
I am saying that the Karnataka government has instructed the Karnataka police to form an SIT and investigate this matter, right or wrong? They have, right?
Can I throw some light
So
on that?
at that point of time,
Megha.
are you saying that the Karnataka government and the Karnataka state police are not equipped enough to investigate this matter? The government
can I
in
come in to
Karnataka
that,
is a
Megha?
Congress government.
Yes, Syed, I'll come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No.
Yeah.
Before I come
So
to
let the
Lavanya, I
Karnataka
wanted to make a
SIT
point.
do its job.
Quickly, let's let Lavanya speak. I'll come to you, Syed.
Sure.
Megha, with response to your questions raised, the BJP spokesperson said there is a speculation that his program would have been already decided, or it was a coincidence that he flew to Germany.
No,
As
I
a
didn't say
responsible
coincidence. She said
representative
coincidence.
of the people,
She said
it is his
coincidence, not me.
responsibility when hundreds of women's lives are at risk to cancel his program, stay back, and be available for inquiry by the SIT committee, by the Women's Commission, and
The
not
SIT committee
even
was formed
coincidentally
today.
fly abroad.
Today, the SIT committee is formed today, ma'am.
Sir, it was formed yesterday, sir. I think you are a little
And
behind in times. It's almost 24 hours now. If you look at our CM's post, also Twitter, it was yesterday's tweet that you will see about the SIT committee, sir. And I'm
The
speaking
SIT
as a
committee was
Kannadiga.
announced,
I'm
but it's
sure, Mr.
formed
Savio,
today.
you're not aware of
The
what is
SIT
going on in
committee was
Karnataka
announced
right now.
yesterday, but
Mr.
formed
Savio,
today.
please don't interrupt while I'm speaking. That's all I ask.
No, you don't need to lie. It was
Please,
formed.
please,
It was informed
sir,
yesterday.
have the courtesy.
So
Formed
then,
have the
today.
Savio,
courtesy
even if it
of
was
keeping it
announced
polite
yesterday
discussion.
and formed today, once the announcement came,
So they
Revanna
have
should
to
have,
issue a
should
notice
have
for him to
cancelled
come,
his
no?
plans to fly to Germany. He should have stayed back.
Megha,
Yeah.
the point is simple. When there are hundreds of women's lives at risk, even if there is no SIT probe, even if the inquiry has not started, as a responsible human being, he should have stayed back and made himself available and answerable to the people of Karnataka.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
Megha.
enough. Syed, you want to make a point? Yes.
May a couple of points. I absolutely love the Bharatiya Janata Party for this. When it comes to Rameshwaram Cafe, they have zero faith in Karnataka police. When it comes to Neha Hireman's murder, they have zero faith in Karnataka police. Now suddenly, in the case of Prajwal Revanna, Eureka, full faith in Karnataka police.
No,
a
because you
special
set up the
investigation
SIT probe.
Also, let me tell you, not just the
You
SIT,
set up the SIT
the criminal investigation department led by Mr. BK Singh is also investigating this case. Let me bring to the notice. Also, as a matter of fact, my good friend Savio is right, but he's missing the difference between GT Deve Gowda and HD Deve Gowda. HD Deve Gowda has not made any statement. It is his own grandson. It is GT Deve Gowda, who is also a leader of JDS, who's made this.
The JDS
fair enough,
leader,
Savio,
yes.
he's made that point. He said GT Deve Gowda, but a little confusion, I don't blame you. That's okay. And also, as a matter of fact, for the person, Mr. Mithun Vijay Kumar, who's saying, oh, it could be morphed, it could be AI doctored. Respected sir, National Commission for Women in Karnataka has taken cognizance. Criminal Investigation Department has taken cognizance. The Chief Minister has taken cognizance. Not just that, hundreds of women's lives are at stake. Thousands of videos. So don't give a gap to shield a criminal, alleged criminal like Prajwal Revanna, saying it could be morphed, it could be AI.
Yeah.
Hundreds of women's lives are at cost, sir. So don't bring in this duplicity and hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You speak of
Okay.
Beti Padhao and Beti Bachao, and you want to give this benefit of doubt. What are you even talking?
Okay.
There are
Mithun, you
alleged
want to
rapes over here.
you want to
And
reply
you're
to what
trying
Syed has to
shield,
say?
morphed
All
and
these
doctored?
valid points
Come
being
on,
made.
man.
But the problem is that, Megha, I just saw that I'm unmuted now. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mr. Syed was actually bursting out with his emotions regarding this particular case, and he's even saying that the person is a criminal, right? I don't know what proof he's
He
having
said
against
alleged
him.
Alleged,
criminal.
alleged.
He has
No,
alleged.
you didn't
He
use the
said
word
alleged
alleged.
criminal. Let's
Okay,
clear.
maybe I
Let's
missed
clear
out.
that.
Maybe I missed out the word alleged, but I heard the word criminal
Yeah.
definitely. So he was asking. So you gave him 2 extra rounds before coming to me actually. So in the first round, he said that the idea of let's not have a debate. Here, Megha, the idea of having a debate is not to play a blame game, and it's about looking at various perspectives without, making baseless allegations like Mr. Syed is doing.
Baseless? My God. What are you saying, man?
Just stay silent. I was silent when you were
Hundreds of
talking,
women's
right?
lives
Listen
are
to
at
me when
stake
I'm
there and you
talking.
call it
He was
baseless?
quoting Brijbhushan Singh.
Thousands of videos.
Brijbhushan Singh is not yet
Don't trivialize
convicted,
this issue.
convicted
No,
by any court
I
in
will
India.
not allow you to
But these
trivialize
people
this
who are
issue.
naming Brijbhushan Singh
This is
would go
not a trivial
completely
issue.
silent when Sonia Gandhi's
Brijbhushan
PA
Singh,
becomes,
when did you take
he
an
gets
action
charged with
against
a
him?
rape allegation. When
Sakshi
Sonia
Malik had
Gandhi's
to come
PA
on
was charged
ground.
with a rape allegation,
Sakshi
Mr.
Malik
Syed
had to
wouldn't
come on the
go,
roads.
emotional and speak
The
like this.
women's
He wouldn't
champion
speak.
brought
He won't
death
See,
speak
the
for
point is that
he
there
won't
is a
speak for the women
video
in
that is
Your
circulating.
arguments are
There
He won't
baseless.
speak
is
for the
these
women
two
in,
women who are being sexually abused in that video. There is a
Megha,
man.
I have to make my point.
He's
I have to make my
the
point.
stature
He
of
can't
this
simply
man.
go-
The fact that he is the grandson of HD Deve Gowda, the Supremo, the founder of the JDS. We also know that the man is member of parliament. The fact that he has fled to Germany on the very same day that the SIT has been announced, the
police
formation of
has every
SIT has
power
been
to bring
announced,
him
does
back,
not bode well.
Megha.
It does not go in favor of him. Whether the video is doctored or not, let the probe be conducted and then action be taken, and then these responses be made, and then these analyses be had. But at the same time, as my other panelists were saying, that this becomes the moral responsibility. It is the righteous thing to do for the man to, if he did not know that the SIT had been announced to probe the matter, he should now have the courtesy to come back to India, fly back to Delhi. Why is he not doing?
I agree.
Fly back to Karnataka. Why is he not doing
Megha, I
it?
agree with you.
As a
I'm
matter of
saying
fact,
he
he's
should.
running an election, Megha. He's the member of parliament from Hassan. And he leaves his constituency. Tell me which member of parliament among the 543 parliamentary constituencies in India will leave their constituency and go away to another country? Won't they campaign or rally or be a part of the investigation? Who leaves?
Except
that is a sitting member of parliament.
I'll have to add, except for
It cannot be
Rahul
a
Gandhi, who's
coincidence.
done that in the past as well. But Savio, quickly coming to you. Yes, you want to make a point?
Well, so let's make a point on a more moralistic view. Okay, he is under allegations. It is his moral responsibility to come back and answer to the questions that have been raised, and that needs to be done. Now you have the SIT that is formed. If he does not come back, the SIT is within its right to ensure that he comes back. But I believe if he is innocent, as he has been claiming through claims of morph videos, then he will come back, and he should come back to prove his innocence in order to say what he considers to be his political career.
Fair enough. Lavanya, yes.
One quick point. At this point of time, Revanna should have stayed back, not for his elections, but to ensure the safety of the women whose life is under threat. Mr. Savio, you don't know the situation in Karnataka, so please don't trivialize the matter. It is a matter of lots of women's lives. Their lives are at risk in Karnataka.
Please don't.
Please,
pontificate
Mr. Savio,
somebody
I
like
suggest
me.
you do not pass a judgment that he's
Fair enough. And like the Hubballi murder case, there are lives of women and young girls which are at stake. Similar is the matter with regards to the sex scandal that has now taken traction, has been in the center of attention across the country and Karnataka no less. So while the government takes strong actions against this individual who has been in the eye of the storm in the last 48 hours, there should definitely not be attention taken away from the Hubballi murder case as well. My only point being over here, in this election cycle where news gets trivialized and forgotten as days pass by, as there are more and more such incidents, the question remains, first of all, the political parties must not trivialize it, must not use it as a ruse for point scoring at each other. They're in the hope to garner the votes of the people and play petty politics and keep accusing each other. These are both of them important, serious, unfortunate incidents that has taken place. Therefore, equal action and strong action needs to be taken. I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast, and thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.